Hello, and welcome back to Cosmic Nebula. So this is my second time recording this video. I recorded it earlier, and I didn't realize my mic was not installed to record. And so I recorded a 45-minute long video talking to myself. And so now I'm mad, and I'm going to record this goddamn video again because I got something to say. So in today's video, I will be reacting to the content created by the Instagrammer and business owner that goes by the name of Juicy Body Goddess 2.0. So in today's video, this will be a voiceover. And the reason for that is because I will be reacting to an Instagram page. And in order to react to it, I need to be able to read the screen. And so I watched the video. I looked at the comments. I went on the profile and I was just like, why are people like this? And so I bookmarked it and I decided to react to it. So Juicy Body Goddess 2.0, as you can see, is on Instagram. And she has 220,000 followers. And she is a plus size fashion and confidence. And she has a store that is both a brick and mortar store as well as an online store. And it is located in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I wanted to go through some of these women's posts and literally look at them and discuss them. And I want to talk about why women like to lie to other women and why women like to be lied to by other women. So let's get into the video. Okay, so this is the very first post, and I want y'all to listen to how this business owner talks to these women.
Look at all this bigness. Turn around so they know it's real. You look at all that thunder. You ain't got thunder, she got thunder and lightning. She just juicy. I love that. How it feel? You're really good. You look really good. How about that? Look at.
So this girl looks horrible in this dress. She looks terrible. And you see how the owner just gasses her head up and tell her that she looks beautiful. She looks so juicy. I love how they have all the euphemisms in the world. Apparently, fat women claim to not mind that they're fat, but they refuse to refer to themselves as fat, right? This girl has an excess of fat in her body. And she looks terrible in this dress. The dress is a pretty dress, and the color is really pretty color, but she looks horrible. She's at least 200 pounds overweight. And she looks like she's young. She looks like she's in her early 20s. And she has over 300 pounds, maybe 350. And her fat goes all the way down to her ankles, which makes me believe that this is some kind of lipedema. And when you have lipedema, the worst thing that you could be is overweight, because that just compounds it and makes it even worse. But of course, the comments on the side, yes, ma'am, she's my favorite. The neckline is absolutely beautiful, blah, blah, blah. There's just a bunch of women that are just gassing this young girl's head up. This looks terrible. She needs to lose weight. It is unhealthy. But they come here to be told they look good by this woman.
She look amazing. Do a twirl, baby. Twirl for them.
She
Do
looks
it real
horrible.
nice and slow. There you go.
That looks horrible. That dress is ugly. The fabric is ugly. It looks cheap. It looks poorly made. It looks like it was made in China. And she looks terrible in this dress. She does not look sexy. It's horrific. How women would rather be told that they look beautiful rather than just lose weight. If you want to be beautiful, why go to such lengths to be lied to when you could just lose weight? Like, somebody explain that to me down in the comment section. Why? I got to the point when I was overweight. If you don't know, I used to weigh just under 300 pounds. And I got to the point where I hated to see pictures of me. I couldn't stomach it on a visceral level. And I got to the point where I can't stand to see myself in mirrors. And I used to avoid any kind of mirror, any kind of reflection. And even though I've lost, oh my God, like 90 pounds, I still don't think I look that good. And so I still don't like to look in mirrors. And that was a big reason why I lost weight. But what I did not do is ask other women to please lie to me about looking pretty. I think that's ridiculous.
And show them that thigh. Don't she look really good in this, you guys?
She looks horrible in that. She looks terrible in it. Stop lying to her.
She looks beautiful. I love this on you, love. Yes. Yes, baby. Get it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Show them what you're supposed to do, baby.
This woman is like 200 pounds overweight. She is, if you look at her head, it's like you can almost imagine her natural body shape. She has 2 extra petite women hanging off of her body. How ridiculous is that?
Blue with all that juice in the pockets. Oh my.
But I will admit, the owner is really good at selling stuff. She is a really good saleswoman. Very good saleswoman. So here is a post written by the owner. Her name is Summer Lucille. And so she says, y'all don't know how many times I held back tears helping customers. Summer's so broken, sad, and damaged that it breaks my heart. It's been plenty of times I run to check the back and cry after they leave. Women are not just flying around the world to Juicy Body Goddess for just a dress. This society beat women down so bad, and God put me here for a reason. I'm going to heal every person that comes through those doors with the strength of the Lord. This woman thinks that selling China-made, cheap, fast fashion that is ugly to morbidly obese women is somehow saving the world. Imagine that. Her motivation is one singular reason, and it's called capitalism. You could stand on the corner and call women beautiful for fucking free. But no, she chooses to charge them money for poorly made clothing and gas their heads up so they can feel bad about ruining their body and shortening their lifespan. And we are supposed to believe that this makes her somehow a good person.
Hey everybody, this is beautiful Giselle. She's coming for her 19th birthday. We're going to put on a few looks for her, so stay tuned. We're about to have a ball. Stay tuned. So this is her first look. We just threw the...
She looks terrible. She's only 19 years old. Look at her face. She's only 19 years old, but for some reason to me, she looks like she's at least 39. Because that's what being overweight does to you. It makes you look older. She looks so much older. This outfit is ugly. That shirt, I think it would look nice if you are a slender woman with like a long torso. But on a woman with a short torso, it doesn't look good. And on a morbidly obese woman, it does not look good. But the color is pretty and the design is pretty.
Shirt on top of her Daisy Dukes, and I think the shirt looks adorable, and it's very, very, very appropriate for her. All right, let's go to the next. No.
Horrible. Again, the dress is really nice. I think the color is really pretty. I think the color even looks good against her skin tone. However, she looks terrible in it. Her body looks horrible. I don't understand what fat women get out of treating their bodies like shit by not exercising and by eating too much fucking processed food, because it requires processed food in order to get this big. Nobody is getting this fat out of eating chicken and broccoli and a sweet potato. Nobody gets this fat eaten like that. And then they turn around and they want to dress up a body that they treat like shit. Like, somebody explain that to me if you can down in the comment section. When I was 300 pounds, I dressed like shit. And I continue to dress like shit because in my mind, I'm not going to spend money on nice looking clothes. And I'm not going to invest in my appearance if my body looks like shit. So when I finally lose weight down to my goal weight and I get enough musculature, that is when I plan on buying nice clothes to dress my body. And only then. I don't understand dressing up a trash pile to look good. For what?
Baby, that's fine. So this is the second outfit. I'm absolutely in love with it. But she said Daddy ain't gonna let her go out the house with it. And that's okay. I said she can keep this for when she's 35.
She looks 35. This outfit makes her look older. It's a pretty outfit. I think it's a nice design, but she doesn't look good in that outfit. And it makes her look older. And she just looks older anyway because she's overweight.
Okay, let's look at the next. I actually really, really like this.
It's ugly. Matronly, the fabric is ugly, it's cheap. I think the design is nice. But again, this type of design, this type of bodycon dress looks good on a slender, tall figure. If you are not that kind of figure, you will not look good in this type of dress.
Might be too long. Yeah, it's a little too long. And the long sleeves just because it's dog heat, summer, August.
The owner is a very good saleswoman. Very excellent saleswoman. She is very good at getting these fat women to believe the bullshit that she feeds them. Again, in this video, we have another young girl. She looks to be in her early 20s, looking like she is in her 40s because she is, again, at least 150, 160 pounds overweight. It's outrageous. And listen to how they play her by lying to her.
She looks amazing. Turn around.
Oh, she looks terrible.
stunning. Yeah, so it's like a cat suit, and it's got the little skirt.
She looks horrible. And this girl looks like petite too. She looks really, look at the rack behind her. I don't think that rack is really high. So she looks like she's like 5 foot tall and she's like 150 pounds overweight. She looks terrible. What is the point of dressing up a body that you treat like shit? Like, somebody please explain that to me. This girl is in her early 20s and she is looking like she is in her late 30s, all because she refuses to lose weight. So here's a post that the owner, Summer Lucille, made, and it shows her with 100,000 subscriber plaque that she got from YouTube. And as you can see, she is just a very humble person, right? She only does all of this so that she can help fat women. It's not about her own ego and her own self-promotion. It's not about her getting attention. It's not about her flexing getting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. No, no, no. This is all an act of altruism and charity for morbidly obese women. So keep that in mind, guys, when you see posts like this. This is not her bragging. This is just her helping you. So this is one of my favorite posts that I saved on Instagram. These two girls are going to a wedding, and they traveled, listen to this, 445 miles to come to this store to get a one-on-one consultation to get, I guess, dresses to wear to this wedding in a few months. Why is it that women are willing to travel almost 500 miles to go to a store to find clothes, to be lied to that they look good at by a woman who is also morbidly obese? I want somebody who is overweight to explain that to me down in the comment section. And don't tell me that men do this. Men don't do this. I want women to understand this. This is what I said when I made a video that said women are crybabies. Why are women like this, but men are not like this? Why is it that women like to be lied to about being attractive when they're overweight, but men don't do this? And we can admit that men don't do it, right? Y'all know damn well men don't do this. They don't gas each other's heads up when they look like shit. But I want y'all to see how dirty she did these two girls, because they look terrible.
Everybody, this is Summer Lucille with Juicy Body Goddess. We have a one-on-one consultation for ladies. Came all the way from Baltimore for the family of a beautiful Nigerian wedding, which I love. They're always so beautiful when I see them online. So let's get started and see how these girls turn out. I'm gonna get them all dolled up. Let's get started. Oh yeah, and we're doing it in a new boutique.
So you see her new boutique that all of these fat women with low self-esteem who are delusional, who just want to feel good about themselves despite not treating themselves well, paid for. They paid for her getting a bigger boutique.
Just a little sneak peek. So this is the first look.
They look terrible. They look terrible. I think that the dresses themselves, the designs are nice, but they look horrible in these dresses. At this weight, y'all both at least 200 plus pounds overweight. It's ridiculous.
Look, ladies, I love it. I love it. This green with the gloves is driving me crazy. And then this pink with the fairy tale is beautiful. Let's look at the next look. For the Nigerian wedding.
She did them dirty. How dirty did she do them in these dresses? First of all, the color of the dress is really pretty, but the fabric looks cheap as hell. I don't know anything about dresses, but I feel like that fabric is a very low quality fabric. They look terrible in it. They look like green sundae ice cream cones. Imagine shoving your fat body into a dress like this when you could just lose weight. Surely when people get married, they give you like a year's notice in advance. In a year, a woman of this size, they could both drop 100, 150 pounds easy and look nice in their dresses. But they would rather stay fat and then pay this fat woman. You can see her back here in the background. They would rather pay this fat woman to lie to them rather than just lose weight. And I want women down below to explain to me, why are women like this? Why? Why are some women like this? I don't understand it as a fellow woman. I don't get it.
And you know they go hard, so we got to come with it. Okay? But the color scheme is green and pink. I love this green on both of y'all.
They are going to be gawked at when they go out in public. That's what's going to happen. They are going to be gawked at because the way they look is shocking. And then you take this girl over here in this blondish reddish wig that looks ridiculous against her skin tone, right? As y'all know, I don't fucking like lace front wigs. They are anti-black. I don't understand why you would choose to put this on your head when you have African hair on your head that grows from your head. And then she has this unnatural hair color with this unnatural curl pattern on top of her fat morbidly obese body inside of this dress. She looks disgusting. She looks horrible. Oh my God, she looks terrible. So this is a post of comments that the Juicy Body Goddess combined in order to show how much people hate her. So the caption says, "My content is full of love, and I usually don't participate in the hate, but today I want people to see what fat people go through every day. This is why Juicy Body Goddess is here. This is why I fight for fat women. This is why I go so hard. We just want to exist and feel beautiful. My videos are full of these kinds of comments, but I don't delete because the world needs to see." Again, you want to feel beautiful, but you treat your body like shit and you push it to a point where it is in a state where it's not beautiful. Literally, if you want to be beautiful, it's so easy to be beautiful. Just stop eating the processed shit that you eat. Like when I was overweight, I knew what was making me overweight. I didn't need to feel beautiful. I chose to eat horribly and look terrible because at the time it was worth it, right? So the comments say, it says, "She's pretty, yes, just not healthy, and I'm sure she knows this, but that does not mean she's not pretty. How is this Barbie?" Another comment says, "That's a lot of body." And then it has like the vomit emoji. And then there's another one that says, "She's very pretty, but her weight is unhealthy. We have to normalize accepting people the way they are, but also promote and help them with living healthier lives." Again, where is the hate at? So far, I haven't seen anything that's hateful. It's just true. Another comment says, "Not healthy." Again, another comment says, "I can't eye roll hard enough. The delusion is real." Again, they're being delusional. They don't look good. They are not healthy. They look terrible. And then another comment says, "Stop gaslighting. Somebody who's eating themselves to death, stop it." Again, where's the hate? Where's the lie? The poster child of obesity and unhealthy lifestyle, not very Barbie-like. I assume this was some response to like maybe a Barbie post. But again, why is this considered hate? Why is it that only fat women, right? Not fat men. Fat men don't do this. We know they don't. Why is it that only fat women want to be considered beautiful when they know they aren't? Why is it that fat women get upset when they are called unhealthy when they know they are? Why are fat women always upset when they are called out for normalizing toxic behavior? You don't see this when it comes to drinking. You don't see it when it comes to drugs. You don't see this when it comes to smoking, right? You're allowed to criticize all of those things. But when you criticize people being overweight and being unhealthy and happening to be female, it is called hate. And y'all think that this woman has y'all best interests in mind. People are really that dumb. Grown women are that dumb.
For me, it's real. We gonna let it flip over. Yeah, woo! Flip that belly in there. Now you gotta get all that extra. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's called Fupa Tuck. Okay.
What's the point of that? So she has on some kind of Fupa Tuck leggings made by Juicy Body Goddess. Again, she ordered them drop shipping from China and put her name on it. Because that's how it works. She has not designed any of this clothing. She has not made any of this clothing. It was made in China in mass amounts, and y'all are just paying for it. So this girl is standing here, stuffing her massive stomach into some leggings in order to give herself a better silhouette. And one thing I want to ask is why? If you are fat and you know you're fat and you ate yourself to the point where you are so obese that you look terrible in most of your clothing, why do fat women go to such lengths to try not to look fat? Like, I want somebody to explain that to me down in the comment section. Why is that? How come y'all can't just be fat? Why is it that y'all would rather do all of this, pay all this money for all of these clothing, for all of these bodysuits in order to look slimmer, than to lose weight? Isn't it cheaper to just lose weight? Again, y'all talk about how confident y'all are, how you like the way you look, but then you go out of your way to try to hide how you look by trying to make it better. Putting down a fork is how you get rid of this bullshit. Can we all just agree to that? And again, with the comments being like, yeah, the fupa, it's not a fupa. It's called a morbidly obese stomach that is full of visceral fat and smothering your organ system. That's what it is. Let's stop it with the euphemisms and all of the cute little words, because it's not cute. Here's another post written by the owner of Juicy Body Goddess, and it says, "I didn't open a boutique to make everybody happy. I created a safe space for big girls only. Juicy is one of the only safe spaces for fat girls in the world. So skinny, hateful people and fat people that hate themselves going to have to stay mad. For your information, thank you to all my skinny people that love me. Again, fat women think that anybody who refuses to agree with their morbid obesity is a hater and hates them. Nobody hates you. I don't hate anybody that's fat. I don't hate myself for being fat, right? We all understand that it is a problem. However, why is it that y'all get mad when people refuse to agree with the idea that it is unhealthy to be fat, right? We are not agreeing with the idea that being fat is healthy. Nobody wants to agree with it because it's incorrect. So you are an adult. You can choose to be fat if you want to be fat. But how come nobody wants to be fat and say, yeah, I'm overweight and I know I'm shortening my life and I don't really care because it's my life and it's my body and I'll do what I want? Why is it that nobody does that? Can somebody explain that to me? Because I really don't understand it. And again, she is acting like she's creating a space for fat women. No, she's not. She's creating a safe space so that y'all can give her your money. Let's stop being stupid. This woman can act as nice and kind as she wants to be, but she is a capitalist just like every other fucking capitalist. Period. So here is a picture of the Juicy Body Goddess owner, Summer Lucille. And as we can see, she loves herself. She loves being fat. And that is why she used a filter on this picture. That is why she has a pound of makeup on her face. That is why she has on these long-ass extravagant eyelashes. That is also why she has worn this wig that looks nothing like her natural hair. She has a head of hair glued down to her scalp. Because she loves herself, because she loves the way she looks. I guarantee if you take this wig and these eyelashes and this makeup off this woman, she will look very below average. This picture is quite pretty, but you see her in the background of some of her videos, and she is nowhere near as this pretty when you see her without the filter. She's not. And it's all right to not be pretty, but I just hate all of these women who claim to love themselves and claim to love how they look, and then they go out of their way to look different by putting all these fucking filters up. Like, please make sense. A person who loves themselves doesn't use filters. They just don't. Okay, so this video is a prom video, y'all. This is for prom 2013. So the girl in this video is like 17, 18 years old, and I want you to see how fat she is.
Beautiful Olivia here, and we're going to senior prom. Okay, we're going to senior prom. We are so excited. Let's get her dressed up, looking like a baby doll. Oh, yeah.
Looks terrible. That dress looks horrific. It looks terrible. It looks like some Fruity Pebbles and sequins vomited up on some fabric. She looks terrible. Her shoulders look terrible. She has an inverted triangle shape, and when you're in an inverted triangle shape, you cannot be overweight. I think pear shapes and hourglass shapes can get away with being overweight to some degree. But when you are an inverted triangle, you have to be staunchly within your weight class. Otherwise, you look horrible. And on top of that, the girl in question, she's just not pretty in the face. She's not. And there's nothing wrong with not being pretty, but she is below average in attractiveness. Like, I'm average attractiveness. I'm not remarkable in any way, but this kind of girl is, you would double take at how not pretty she is. But watch how this owner does her dirty by telling her how good she looks.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I've been there, sister. But I love this color on you. But let's try another dress because it...
The color is ugly. This whole design makes her look like she's a 45-year-old mother with 3 teenage sons. That's what she looks like. And she's only 17 years old.
It's kind of too small on the top, but the color and the style is absolutely stunning on you. I love it. Yeah. Feel really pretty. Oh.
She looks terrible. She looks like a purple waffle cone, and her upper body is the vanilla ice cream soft serve on top. She looks horrible in this dress. I don't understand why fat women have other women lie to them on their behalf. Like, for what reason? If you want to be overweight, that's fine, right? Everybody has the right to do what they want. But she looks terrible in this dress. And when she goes out in public, when she goes to prom, and she sees all of the average weight to slim women in dresses, and they look really nice, there is no way in hell she is not going to feel insecure, right? And she should feel insecure. And when she goes out to prom, nobody is going to treat her like she looks good in that dress. She looks terrible. Her mom will say she looks good. Her dad, her grandma, her cousins, her sisters will all lie and say, you look so pretty in that dress, honey. But when she goes to prom, she is going to be gawked at. And I don't understand why people put fat women out there to be laughed at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be fat, fine. But, like, just admit that other people will recognize this as not being attractive. Because it's not.
Oh, Olivia.
Look at her body. You cannot be overweight and be an inverted triangle. You can't do it.
Oh, Olivia.
And I assume this is one of her relatives, her mother, grandmother, somebody. And look at her body. It's the same. So you can see it runs in the family. I don't understand how this is not child abuse. To let your kid get this fucking fat. This girl is at least 100 pounds overweight.
Oh my gosh.
Look at all those women in the background lying to this girl. Oh my goodness. Wow, you look fabulous, honey. You look fucking terrible. She looks matronly in this dress, right? This dress, out of all the dresses, looks the most matronly. It's a pretty color. I love the color. The dark royal blue is very pretty. But again, for a prom, I feel like this sequin style is not nice. It makes her look like she, again, is a 45-year-old woman with 3 teenage sons. And she works at an office sitting down answering phones at a doctor's office. That's what she looks like. But everybody is willing to lie to her, and she's willing to listen to the lies just to feel good about herself, right? Because everybody has to be pretty. But if everybody is pretty, nobody is.
Oh. Show him the skirt. Show him the skirt.
Oh my God, it looks so good on you, baby.
She looks terrible. This girl's 17 years old and she looks at least to be 40. She could be 40. And nobody would question if you said that she was 40. It's disgusting. Like, if you want to be pretty, lose weight, right? A cancer patient that is dying of cancer is not pretty. It's not, right? And the reason for that is because they are dying of a disease. So this is a diseased body. Obesity is a disease in and of itself, right? Diabetes is not sexy. High blood pressure is not sexy. Excess body fat is not sexy. Having 2 chins is not sexy. Having an extra person hanging on you is not sexy. We know this, just like smoking is not sexy. A person walking around with track marks is not sexy. A drunk passed out on the street is not sexy. And we don't lie to any of those people and tell them that they look sexy. We only lie to fat women. We don't even lie to fat men. And I want to know why that is. And why do we think that that's a good thing? So here we have another senior prom. And we have a girl that, again, is a good 150 pounds overweight. When I graduated from high school, I do not remember seeing that many girls that was this fat. Maybe 1 or 2. But these days, it seems like girls being this big and graduating classes is really common. And I don't understand how this is not considered child abuse. Like, our society has really fallen so far that this shape in a 17-year-old girl is normal. This girl looks like she is 35 years old and she has 2 kids and she drives a fucking Pontiac. That's what she looks like, and she's 17.
Our pretty self, and we are doing a prom consultation with her. So let's get this party started and stay tuned. We're going to have some looks for you. Yes, it has pockets, sweetheart.
That's a pretty dress. The dress is pretty. The color is pretty. I think it looks nice against her skin. And I think that this dress looks nice on her. I think this is the most decent dress I've seen so far. So maybe Juicy Body Goddess got a better stock of dress in because she was dogging these girls so far, right? She's been dogging them. That's a pretty dress, though.
You look so beautiful in that. You really, oh, that might be it. They do that twirl when you look.
Again, this is another really pretty dress. It's a pretty color. The color looks really good against her skin. I think a dress like this would look so beautiful on like a tall, statuesque, just 5'11", 6 foot tall, slender, dark-skinned woman. Like this kind of dress would look beautiful on a woman like that. And I think that this is the most decent dress, one of the most decent dresses we've seen so far. But again, look at her fat arms in this dress. She just looks, it's just like, this all would look better if y'all were 100 pounds lighter. That's just the reality of it. And I don't get why y'all love hearing otherwise.
Oh, good, you hear me? Come on out here and show your people. Going off the curves.
She looks matronly. She looks matronly as hell in that dress. It looks terrible. Horrible. That gets a 0 out of 10. The color is pretty, but it doesn't suit her skin color. And look at all these other women in the background staring. Oh, there's a man. I think that's a man.
It's not showing off your style. It's not, you don't light up. It don't look like, but other than that, it's beautiful. But I don't think your school gonna let you wear.
That's a pretty dress. I like the design of this dress. I like the color of it. I don't think it suits her. And I think that her body looks horrible in this dress. A dress like this, you absolutely have to be either an hourglass or a pear shape. Period. No other body type is rocking this dress at all. This is a fitted torso dress. And in a dress like this, you have to be one of those 2 shapes. She looks terrible. Let's stop lying to her.
Wear that. But I think it's gorgeous. But let's try another one. You like love? We can try to get a bigger size, but I love it on.
She looks like a 45-year-old woman in a pink dress. It looks terrible. But the woman behind the camera is very good at selling clothes. You have to admit that. I can admit it. She's very good at gassing these girls' heads up. And I don't understand why women love doing this shit, because men don't do it. Here we have another morbidly obese teenage girl for a prom consultation. And it's just like, she looks terrible in all of these dresses because, again, she's an inverted triangle body shape. She looks horrible, which is the worst shape to have if you are overweight.
You, it is so beautiful.
I love the sleeve moment is when I like.
I love the crystals, the corset.
She looks so matronly in this dress. The color is really pretty. I think the fabric looks cheap, but she looks like she is like 56 years old because not only is she overweight, but again, in the face, she is just not pretty. And there's nothing wrong with not being pretty, but let's stop lying to women and calling them pretty when they're not. Everybody doesn't have to be pretty. That's fine, right? Women talk so much shit about how women are objectified by society and blah, 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 blah. But why is it that so many women are uncomfortable with being considered not pretty? Why? Right? So we have to pick. If pretty is just a word and pretty is not the end all be all, then why is it that so many women will not accept not being pretty? I don't mind. I can't wait to get older so that I am not on any man's radar. That's my dream. But a lot of y'all want to be pretty. This girl looks terrible. She looks terrible. And I don't care that she's 17. Somebody has to tell her the truth. And yet we have another prom 2023. And this girl, again, 17 years old, but look how fat she is. Look at her body fat percentage. Her body fat percentage is over 50% at this point. Her legs are extremely fat compared to her upper body. And it's just so shocking that girls are this big these days. Like girls. 17-year-old girls. Grown women can do whatever the fuck they want. But girls are this big. And we don't call this child abuse. Isn't that strange, society? I find that very strange. But look how dirty they do her.
This is beautiful Sierra. We're going to get her looking amazing for her big day and her prom. All right, let's get this party started. Feeling that, love?
I love it.
You love it?
I think that the dress is a pretty color. I think that it looks decent enough on her. But again, this type of dress would look much better on somebody that was 100 pounds lighter. Period.
You're so pretty. Okay, that's good. Hey, stunning.
I like the dress. Again, the design is really pretty. I feel like that they are just ruining pretty designs. This design is really pretty. And it would look really nice on like a tall, slender figure. This is why most models are tall and slender, because that body type just looks good in all clothing. But it makes her look way older than she is, and I don't think that this dress suits her at all.
This is absolutely stunning. Push your hair back, baby. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
It's
Horrible. Of all the dresses so far, this is the ugliest one. I think that the color washes her out. I feel like she has like gold undertones and not silver undertones. And I think that the dress just doesn't suit her. Like, you need to have a slim waist in order to wear a dress like this. She looks terrible. But you can see in the background, her two family members recording are both morbidly obese. So I guess, again, it runs in the family.
Is it my favorite? No. Very, very beautiful on you. I love.
Yeah, see, the gold looks better on her. She has more of a gold undertone. I think that gold jewelry would suit her. But I think that although this dress is pretty, again, you need to have like a defined waist in order to get away wearing a dress like this. I don't really get why so many fat girls and women refuse to lose weight and they treat their body like shit, but then they want to like dress it up and look nice. Like, that's the one thing I didn't do when I was fat. I still to this day have not bought nice new clothes. I'm not doing it until I lose weight, until I get all of this fat off of me, until I put on a decent amount of muscle. I'm not buying nice clothes. I'm going to walk around looking like shit because I have treated myself like shit. I think that's at least consistent.
Love the slit detail. I love the train. But every dress is absolutely.
This is, I think, the prettiest so far. I think that that lilac color looks really nice on her. And I think that it looks young. That's a very young color. And I think that it looks really decent if her hair was up and like she had on some makeup. I think that would look really pretty. But at the end of the day, again, this dress would also look really nice on a girl that's much slimmer than her. And I think that would make a lot of people mad. What are plus size fat people just not supposed to wear clothes? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that y'all can wear clothes, but let's all collectively agree that you look like shit in them. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to stop the video here. So y'all see. This is how fat women behave. And so many people say that men and women are so similar to each other, but men don't do this. You will never find a page, Instagram, a Facebook, YouTube or anything where you see fat men having their heads gassed up by other fat men. Like, fat men don't need to believe that they are beautiful. They just don't, right? They understand that being fat is unattractive and they just live with it. But women are the only people that will sit here and beg for other women to gas their heads up. And I want to know why that is. I want to discuss why that is down in the comments below. If you are overweight and you don't like the way you look, then fucking lose weight. Why is it that y'all are traveling hundreds and thousands of miles to go to a store in North Carolina in order to hear the overweight owner tell you that you look pretty in a dress when you wear it outside, nobody that you interact with is going to engage with you as if you look pretty in that dress? Why is it that women love to live in this delusion rather than just reducing their body size if they are unhappy with it? I don't get it. And why do y'all need to believe that it's healthy? And why do y'all need to believe that it looks good? How come nobody can ever just agree, I'm overweight, I'm allowed to be overweight, you are allowed to not like it, it's allowed to be unattractive, and I'm just going to stay this way? How come we can't ever agree to that? This has been a Cosmic Nebula video. I will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.